Hey guys, I just wanted to do my review for Once Upon a Time, Season 5, Episodes 19 and 20, Sisters and Firebird. So Sisters details a flashback and focuses on the, dynamic between Regina and Zelina and how, in the flashback, Regina was always by herself. The mom would never play with her, and so she tried to use her mom's wand to turn the doll into a sister, but it accidentally knocked her and put her into a coma in which Zelina, who had been given up to adoption and living in a cabin in the woods with some abusive foster father, the mother had to go retrieve her and bring her back in order to take Regina out of the coma, because only blood magic would be the only thing that could bring her out of the coma. Now the mom, Cora, Queen of Hearts, was going on about how she was going to, teach Zelina how to, help harness her magic, especially after bringing Regina back. And Regina and Zelina were left alone to start playing together until Zelina accidentally opened the box to the wand, and Regina realizes that they were sisters because only a blood relative would be able to open the box. And so when they went to confront Cora about it, she realized that she had to separate them. She had Zelina taken away, and she used a potion to wipe both of their memories and say Regina says she can't rely on anybody, especially if she's going to be the next queen. And, their memories were wiped. Zelina was given up, and Regina was trying to convince Zelina not to pursue Hades, and convince her. And Regina assumes that she's trying to start a relationship with Hades to fill the void in her heart from the abandonment from Cora. So it's why Hook agrees to help Regina free Cora from this, her punishment from Hades of being the miller's daughter, break the bracelet that's concealing her magic and escape, and go to confront Zelina, saying that she realizes her unfinished business was, making amends with both Zelina and Regina. They tried to use the same memory erasing potion on Zelina, but Zelina catches on to the ruse, and Cora finally decides to use her magic to help them recover their childhood memories of, essentially meeting for the first time, and reminding them they never had this animosity towards them. And Zelina's heartbroken that she got to meet her mother, but then has to say goodbye to her because she's moving on to the afterlife. But at least she gets some closure, and Regina learns to trust Zelina enough to be able to, change Hades and maybe help them get them out of the Underworld. But then Zelina is confronted by Gold and Peter Pan, who both want out of the Underworld, and Gold wants out of his contract, so they take Zelina hostage as leverage, and Hades is forced to go to cut a deal with Emma in order to help free Zelina. Hades gets the contract, and Zelina's freed, and Hades agrees to help the group escape from the Underworld once and for all. He even takes the tombstones their names off of the tombstone. He even agrees to use magic to open up a portal in the crash clock tower that's brought to the gravesite. And Emma tries to take out her heart and gives one half to Hook so she would be able to escape, but because he's been in the Underworld too long, he doesn't think his soul won't be able to return to his body because it's already started decaying. And Hades tells him he has to go get a broccia, the food of the gods, from a deeper part of the Underworld, and have Emma's heart literally weighed to see if she'll pass the test of true love. And when it starts to get weighed, she falls down in pain. Hook Hook is engulfed in flames, and when Emma chooses to save the Hook, they're able to get past it to try to get the ambrosia, but it turns out that there's nothing there, and that was just a distraction for Hades to get out of the underworld, which he now can, because after getting a kiss from Zelena, his heart starts beating again, and so he's no longer bound to it, and convinces Zelena to go through the portal without the rest of the group. Meanwhile, they have Regina working with Henry, who's now the author, to write the endings of happy endings for the other residents of the underworld and get their unfinished business, but Cruella de Vil joins forces with, I guess after her failed alliance with James, Prince Charming, the evil twin brother, who's Prince Charming had to kill in self-defense in order to prevent him from using the baby as leverage against Hades for them to try to escape. Cruella now joins forces with the Blind Witch to trap the group in the underworld, and also but the spell was so powerful that Regina realizes that the Blind Witch got help from Hades to cast such a powerful spell. And also the other flashback for Firebird was basically Emma being taken into custody by a bondswoman who was trying to track her down when Emma was trying to track down her real family, and when the bondswoman agreed to help her, she ends up getting killed trying to get out of a government records office when the cops realized it was a break-in, and she was killed by the broken glass, and Emma, as a bondswoman, went to track down the other bondwoman's daughter and tell her about her mother, and also buy the red jacket she's known for wearing throughout the series. Just a little tidbit there. And also the fact that when the cave starts collapsing, Hook realizes that he tells Emma just to go on without him, and that he will agree that his unfinished business won't be with her, and that she won't put back on her emotional armor once they leave. And so Emma reluctantly agrees, and so essentially Emma and the rest of the group reluctantly leave the underworld. And meanwhile, with Gold, it looks like there's like a bait and switch earlier in the episode in which he takes out Robin's heart and is going to give it to Peter Pan in order to help escape from the underworld after he gets the Pandora's box from Peter Pan to make sure Bella gets home safe. But it turns out that he put Robin's heart back into his body, and that the heart that he gave to Peter Pan was just water from the River of Styx, which causes Peter Pan to dissolve and destroy his soul. And so Gold goes through the portal. Henry luckily left behind the book with all the unfinished business for the residents of the underworld, and now it just left on a cliffhanger in which now Hades is going to try to take over Storybrooke. Now, I definitely liked, I don't know, I liked the, I guess, like, Sisters more than Firebird, just because I felt it was more emotionally touching, just because there seems to be this, like, bitter rivalry between the sisters, and just because they're acting from both. Rebecca Hayter and Laura and then Lana forgot her name. I forgot the other actress's name. I guess it was about. That's what I found the most touching. So I like that half a little bit more. And just an FYI, I might just because of my busy schedule, I might just do one review for like the last few episodes of season 5, and just one review, just because I'm like, I only have time to do so many reviews during the week. So how do you guys like what do you guys think of the 2 episodes? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.